I never expected a simple mistake to change the course of my life, to alter the direction of an entire starfaring civilization, to bind me to someone who wasn't even human. But it all began because of an accident, because my hand brushed against hers. My name is Riven Hale, a field mechanical specialist assigned to the diplomatic vessel Soul Runner. We had been sent to the distant star system of Drathos, home to the mysterious and isolationist alien species known as the Epicscifi. Most humans had never even seen an Epicscifi in person. They hid their faces behind ornate crystalline visors and spoke only through chosen delegates. They were famously strict about social boundaries, so strict that touching an Epicscifi was considered an international offense. Yet somehow, in a single instant of clumsy movement, I did exactly that. The Epicscifi outpost was constructed like a spiraling cathedral of humming quartz. Princess Velara, daughter of the Epicscifi High Matriarch, was leading our group through the shimmering corridors. Her robe glowed faintly, embroidered with strange shifting glyphs. Her aura, literally visible as pulsing threads of blue light, floated around her with serene precision. And then the floor shook. The quake was small, but enough to send me stumbling forward. As I tried to catch my balance, my hand accidentally brushed against the princess's glove, just a feather-like graze. She froze. The guards froze. Commander Rossi beside me whispered, "Oh no. Oh no, no, no." Velara turned slowly toward me, the shifting patterns on her robe momentarily halting, as if even the cloth was stunned. "Human," she said, her voice melodic but trembling. "You have touched me." I didn't mean," I started. The guards raised their spears. Princess Velara lifted a hand. "Stand down." They obeyed instantly. She studied me as if she could see through my skin, her crystalline visor reflecting my panicked expression. And then she spoke the words that changed everything. A touch of binding. "You have chosen me." My heart nearly stopped. Chosen? I didn't choose anything. "It is our most sacred custom," she said. Physical touch with an unbonded Epicscifi initiates the claiming ritual. And by custom, I now belong to you. My commander groaned. "Hale, you just married an alien princess." I what? That was the beginning. But not the end, not even close. Middle one. The summons. They separated me from the human delegation immediately. Diplomatic panic spread faster than light. But the Epicscifi were unshakable in their decision. The ritual had been activated, and it could not be undone. Princess Velara herself escorted me to the Chamber of Resonance, where glowing spires formed a circular sanctuary. The air vibrated with low harmonic tones that seemed to sync with my heartbeat. "Why is this ritual so permanent?" I asked cautiously. Velara removed her crystalline visor, revealing luminous eyes shaped like elongated diamonds, shimmering with bioluminescent gold. She was breathtaking, but the intensity in her gaze was terrifying. Because the Epicscifi believe the universe entwines destinies through touch. We do not touch casually. We do not bond lightly. If skin meets skin or glove meets hand, it means the cosmos has spoken. But it was an accident. She tilted her head. Accidents do not exist where fate governs. Great. A species that doesn't believe in mistakes. Before I could protest further, a deep gong sounded through the chamber. Velara placed her glowing palm on my forehead. The High Matriarch summons us. 2. The Trial of Intention. We were transported deeper into the Epicscifi citadel. The High Matriarch, a towering figure draped in radiant crystal-woven robes, waited upon a floating throne. Her voice was an earthquake wrapped in silk. "Human Riven Hale," she said. "You have triggered the touch of binding. Tradition demands we assess the purity of your intention." "I swear it wasn't intentional," I said quickly. The matriarch's gem-bright eyes narrowed. Then you must pass the trial of intention. A portal opened behind her throne, a swirling storm of violet and silver. Velara's hand found my arm. I will accompany you. The matriarch lifted a hand.
No.
He must walk alone. The portal swallowed me whole. Inside was a void, endless, dark, echoing. My memories formed around me, like shattered glass. I saw myself reaching for Velara during the quake, falling, touching her glove, then her startled expression. A voice boomed. Was it desire or accident? It was an accident, I said aloud. I barely even knew who she was. The void shifted. Velara appeared in front of me, ethereal and silent. But now that you have touched her, what do you feel? I hesitated. I had only known her for minutes. Yet something about her presence, her calm strength, her luminous eyes, had left a mark on me. I feel responsibility, I said, and curiosity, and maybe something else I can't explain. The void pulsed. Truth accepted. Light engulfed me. Then I was back in the chamber. The matriarch nodded once. The bond stands. Velara exhaled with visible relief.
Me?
I was still trying not to pass out. 3. A marriage of worlds. Immediate preparations began. According to Epicscifi custom, the claiming ritual meant the two individuals were to begin a formal union process, a merging of paths, cultures, and responsibilities. In short, we were getting married. Against my will. Against everyone's plans. I spent the next several days under gentle but constant observation. Velara, however, seemed genuinely curious about me. She asked endless questions about human food, humor, stories, and engineering. You repair machines, she said one night as we stood in a balcony overlooking twin moons. You bring broken things back to harmony. It's my job, I said. She looked at me with an expression I couldn't interpret. Perhaps that is why the cosmos bound us. My people are breaking. That caught my attention. Breaking? What do you mean? Velara led me to a hidden chamber beneath the citadel, a cavern full of dying crystal structures. They flickered weakly, like failing stars. Our world's energy source, she explained. The crystalline core is destabilizing. If it fractures, our civilization collapses. She turned to me, her eyes dimming. You are now part of us, Riven, and I believe you can help save my people. I stared at the dying crystals. Saving an alien civilization wasn't exactly in my job description. But Velara's voice was soft, pleading. Will you help me? And somehow, I knew my answer. Yes. 4. Into the core. The crystalline core was located deep beneath the Epicscifi capital. Velara and I descended through tunnels alive with humming energy. The deeper we went, the more unstable everything became. Finally, we reached it, a massive sphere of fractured, glowing crystal, suspended above a chasm. Pulses of chaotic energy rippled through it like lightning trapped in glass. It's resonant energy overload, I said after examining the readings. It's oscillating out of sync with its stabilizers. Velara frowned. Can it be repaired? It can be balanced, I said. If we restore harmony between the core frequency and the supporting lattice. She stepped closer, her aura brushing against mine. Tell me what you need. Tools appeared instantly, delivered by silent Epicscifi drones. Velara remained by my side as I worked, adjusting harmonic modulators, reinforcing energy conduits, recalibrating the lattice resonance. Hours passed. Then a violent tremor shook the chamber. The core is destabilizing faster. Velara shouted. I know. I'm trying to anchor it. The stabilizing rings spun out of control. Energy lashed through the air like wild lightning. A beam struck Velara, throwing her backwards.
Vey.
I yelled, racing to her. She struggled to her feet. Finish the repair. I'm not leaving you. She grabbed my wrist with surprising strength. Riven, our bond ties your life to mine. If the core destroys me, it will unbind you in the most violent way. I don't care, I said. I'm not letting you die. Something flickered across her face, something soft, vulnerable. Then, let us finish it together. We moved as one. She stabilized the frequency channels while I realigned the harmonic plates. The core's energy roared like a star being born. Every second felt like an eternity. Almost there. Vey, channel your aura through the conductor ring. She did, and her luminous energy flowed into the machinery, singing like a celestial choir. I slammed the final recalibrator into place. The core pulsed once.
Twice.
Then everything went blinding white. When the light faded, the core shone with perfect harmony, glowing steadily like a giant heart restored. Velara collapsed into my arms. You did it, she whispered. No, I said, brushing a strand of glowing hair from her face. We did it. Ending. The Epicscifi civilization erupted into celebration. The golden glow of the renewed core spread across their world like dawn breaking after centuries of night. The High Matriarch summoned us to the Hall of Ascension. Before the entire Epicscifi population, she declared, through courage and unity, Rivenhale and Princess Velara restored the life of our world. By the laws of tradition, the bond they share shall, now, be fulfilled. Velara stood beside me, her aura intertwined with mine like two merging streams of light. Human, she said softly, our first meeting may have been an accident, but everything after that was choice. She stepped closer, gently touching her forehead to mine, an Epicscifi gesture of devotion. You repaired our core.
You protected me.
You defied fate itself. And now, her voice trembled, soft and warm. Now I ask you freely, will you accept the bond? Not because our customs demand it, but because you choose it. I took her hands. I choose it. The chamber erupted with radiant light as the bond seal activated, two intertwined beams rising high above us, symbolizing unity between species. The Epicscifi bowed. My commander stared from the crowd with relief and disbelief. And Velara, she smiled, a smile that glowed brighter than any crystal. You are my husband now, Rivenhale, she murmured. Not by accident, but by destiny. I pulled her closer, resting my forehead against hers. And you, I said softly, are the best accident that ever happened to me. The lights intensified, surrounding us in a cocoon of shimmering brilliance. A new era began that day. A human and an Epicscifi princess, bound by touch, united by choice, standing at the dawn of a future none of us had ever imagined.